Hello there, welcome to part 3 of the tutorial for Divenire by Ludovico Einaudi, and this is my personal favorite part. Gets really emotional and like an interesting rhythmic structure, which is also the most difficult part of the song, mastering the rhythmics between left and right hand. That's pretty hard, but don't worry, you can make that. If you've learned the chorus, then you can learn that as well. Again, I just want to mention real quick that I got a Patreon account where you can pledge some dollars to support me so I can make more tutorials. And that's already it. Let's start with the tutorial. Let's see what this part is gonna sound like. Okay, this part is not very difficult, but it is very difficult to explain. Okay, we're again gonna do the left hand first. This is gonna be pretty simple. You start again on this chord. Play A, E, A. That's it. You hold this A up here. Then you go to the next chord. C, E, G. And then the last one is gonna be G, D, G. And you hold this upper G a little longer, and then you play G, D again. So like this. Okay. So again. Okay, you play this twice. Then the next thing comes. You will play this. So you again play the starting chord like before. A, E, A. And then you add this upper C. Probably the best way to play it is with your index finger. Then you jump down to F, C, F. And you play this. So you also play those three notes and then A with your index finger up here. And then you play this final chord again, only this time you won't pause on this G, but you will play this B with your index finger and then go back to G and D. So like this. Okay, so again. And you also play this thing twice, but the second time you play it, you leave away the C on this first chord. So just this. And then you continue normally. Okay, then you will play the following. You start on this first chord again and play it until C. But now you will jump up to C, G, C, play those three notes, and add another E up here. And then play the last chord again. Okay? So like this. Okay, I'll repeat all of it so we don't lose track of what to play. Okay, then you play this again. You start on the first chord, play it until C, then C, G, C. Play it until E, and the last chord again. You play this constellation of chords 4 times. And one last time. Okay, and now it changes. Now you will start on F, C, F. And you will do the following. You will play it with this A up here, again with your index finger. And then go back to F and C. Okay? Then you jump up one note with every finger and do exactly the same thing. And once more. Okay? And you do that 3 times. Okay, the rest of the left hand we're going to do later because it involves the right hand. Okay, I'm going to teach you the right hand with the left hand, otherwise it sounds too complicated and weird. Okay, so for the first chord, you will play C with the right hand 4 times. Now, when you play it is important. You play it on the first note with the left hand, and then in between the second and third one, like so. Okay, and then you play it 2 more times. So like this. And the tempo of this note doesn't change. Okay. Okay, then you continue with the second chord and do the same thing. You play C on the first note and in between the second and third on your left hand. Okay? It just plays C twice. You don't play 2 more C's afterwards. What you do instead is you play C, D, C, B really fast. Okay? Now this takes a lot of practice too, so don't worry. For the tutorial, I won't do it too fast so you can see what I do. So you play this, and then you hold this B a little longer, and then you play C. And when you already played this, you will start with the next chord on the left hand. And on the second note, you will play this B. Okay? Sounds complicated, like this. Then you play this G with your left hand. And then you play another B with your right hand while you pause on this G. So basically you're doing this just with your right hand. Okay? So you can either play the last chord like this, or play this B with your right hand. So, it will sound like this in the beginning. Okay? So as you see, this part is rhythmically really challenging. I'll play it once more slowly and then what it should sound like in the end. Okay, and when you got the right feeling for it, you can play it like this. Okay, now we continue. I'll show you the right hand first. So you start by playing A, B, C, and then you play this C twice, so like this. Then you do this thing again, you play C, D, C, B really fast, and then you end on this C again. Okay, then you pause and play another C. So again. Then you play this one more time, C, D, C, B, and then you play C and B and D. So like this. Okay? Okay, so it will sound like this. Okay, let's combine that with the left hand. You start to play the left hand when you hit this first C on your right hand. Okay, and as you see, you again play the first C on the first note and the second one in between the second and third. Okay, now you play this. While you hold this first C, you will start with the next chord. And in between the second and third note of that one, you will play the second C. Okay, then you play this again. And as soon as you hit B and D, you will play the final chord. Okay, now you do the same thing again. Either you play it with the left hand, or you play this B with your right hand. Okay, so again. Okay, so I think now you get how you have to play the right hand over the left hand, so I won't make those detailed explanations from now on. Next up, you will play this with your right hand. Okay, so C, D, E, E. Then you do the same fast thing just up here. E, F, E, D, E. Okay. Play this E twice again. Then do the same thing again. And now instead of playing E again, you will go down to D. So again, like this. Okay, and in combination with the left hand, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, once more, slowly. Okay, so what you notice is you start to play this fast thing as soon as you hit this upper note with your index finger. Okay? Maybe that helps you out. And you play this last D in between this and this note. Take a look at the notes above the video, they can help you out. Even if you can't read the notes, you can see when to play which note. The upper one is for the right hand and the lower one is for the left hand. Okay, we continue. Now the right hand is gonna play this. Okay, now that you see the pattern, it's probably already way easier. Play A, B, C, C, then you play this fasting. Go to C again, play it twice. And now instead of playing C twice, you go up to D. Pretty simple actually. Okay, and we combine it again with the left hand. Okay, and now something else comes for the right hand. You're gonna play this. This is more simple to explain. So, you start by playing E, D, C, A. You play this twice. Then, you wait on this A a little bit, and then you start by playing G, and then again E, D, C, and now G instead of A. So like this. And then you play D, E, D, C, E, D. Okay? And in combination, it will sound like this. Okay, we combine it again with the left hand. So, for the first chord, you will start when you hit this A, this first A with your right hand. Okay? Okay, so what do? You play this first A on both hands, then you go to E and D with your right hand, while you only play this E on your left hand. Then you play C together with this A on the left hand, and then you go to A again when you hit this upper C with your index finger. Okay, so like this. Then you wait, and then you hit this G when you start the next chord and do the same thing. Okay? And then you play the first four notes with the right hand here. And as soon as you play E and D, you will play the final chord on your left hand. Okay, so it will sound like this. Okay, now the right hand changes again. You will play this. So what you do is A, B, C twice, then I don't know how to call this. What are we gonna call this? Okay, we're gonna call it Triller because in German it's called like that, and it's when you do this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna call it, Triller. So you do this again and play C twice afterwards. Then you do this Triller again. And now instead of playing C twice, you will play another Triller here, B, C, B. Okay? So like this. Okay, and with the left hand, it's gonna sound like this. Okay, I don't think I have to explain when to play what. Again, you always play the second C in between the second and third note. And you start to play this Triller as soon as you're up here with your index finger. And you play this last Triller on the last chord. I love this word. I'm gonna say it all the time. Okay, and then you go up here again with your right hand and you will play this. Okay, so you already see that's pretty simple as well. You play D, E, D, C, and then first you play A twice, and then you go to G. Okay, so like this. And in the end, you do the same thing as before. And you play those two notes, okay, instead of A and G. So with the left hand, it will sound like this again. Okay, and then you do the same thing as before with the right hand. And now just instead of playing B, C, B, you will just play B and D. Okay, that's the only change. And you combine it the same way with the left hand. Okay, let's repeat everything so we don't get too confused. Okay, so I just noticed that in the very end of what we just learned, you don't actually play B and D, but you just play D. But I like it that way, so I just pretend like nothing happened, and we'll continue. Okay, now we go on with my personal favorite part of this song. You play this with your right hand. Okay, so what do? You play those two A's. You start with this lower A, and then jump one octave higher. Play A 3 times up here, then G, and then D down here twice. Okay? Then you do this triller here with D, E, D, C. And then you play D, D, E. Okay, again. To be honest, I never paid attention to when exactly to play the note. I just played it the way it feels and sounds right. Because you listen to the song a few times, so you should probably know what it should sound like. It will sound like this. Okay, so as you see, you start on this lower A, and then when you hit this upper A, you start with the first chord. Then, when you get to this D, you start with the second chord. And then, when you play the last two notes, D and E, you will play the third chord. So again. Okay, and it continues like that. The only thing is that your right hand changes a little bit. So first you will play this. Until here, and then it changes. You won't play D, D, E, but you go from C to E, and then do this triller here, E, F, E. Okay? So like this. And we combine it again with the left hand. Okay, and finally you will play this with your right hand. Which is even more my favorite part. When you do this, you start with those two first A's again, and then you jump up to C. Okay, and then you play C twice, B twice, A twice, G twice, E twice, and then C, A. Okay? And with the left hand, it will sound like this. And now, on this final note, that's where we left off with the left hand, by the way. that's where you play this. That's the best chord of the song. Okay, so what you do is you play D, A, D, F sharp, A, C. Rather weird combination. Okay, and you start this chord on this final A of your right hand. So like this. Okay, so then we continue. First, the left hand is going to play this. Until here. So you start just like before, but just play it until up here. And your right hand is going to play this. So what you do is, you start on G and play 3 notes before you start with the main thing. Play C twice, do this triller. Okay, and right after that, instead of playing a second C, you will play this triller on B, C, B. And then add 2 more Bs. So like this. Okay, and then finally you play D, C, B, A. Okay, so with the left hand it will sound like this. You play those last 2 Bs first in between the second and third, and the second one on this last note. And then you play those last 4 notes. And now this chord comes. You play this chord, A, E, A, on this final A on the right hand. And to this chord on the left hand, you will add C, E, A. Okay, so again, we left off here. Again, you can either play this with the left hand or only with the right hand, those 3 notes. Whatever you prefer. And after this one, you jump down and play this weird chord again. Okay, right after that one. And then you do exactly the same thing again, like before. Okay, what we just learned, just do exactly the same thing again. And then, again, the last 4 notes. Only you can leave away this A, because you have to jump to the chorus again anyways. Okay? So that ending was rather weird. Let's listen to that again from my favorite part on. Okay, until here. And now what you do is super simple. You just play the chorus again. And you start from when you play those playing chords with the left hand. Okay, that's where you start. And you start really slowly. Or start really fast, I don't know. Play it the way you want to play it. That's just what is written down in the sheet music. A tempo più lento. I have no idea what that means, but something with play it slowly. Okay, so you played this slow, gentle, soft chorus introduction again. And you start with the main chorus. Only this time, you won't play this twice, but you will play it 3 times, okay? I won't play it 3 times now, but you know what I mean. Then you go over to this. And again, the probably most difficult part of the song. Then you play this little bridge again, and this time with a little more tension. And you jump 1 octave higher. And you play this whole thing twice up here, just like before. Okay, and now a new part comes in. Another little bridge just like this one, but a little different. You will play this. Okay, let's look at the left hand. That's pretty simple. You just play A, C, G, D twice. And then you do almost the same thing, just with 2 octaves. Just the last D is not going to be up here, but down here. Okay? Pretty simple compared to the rest of the song. Okay, and your right hand is going to play this. First, E and A. Then, G and C. You can keep the same distance, always 2 notes in between. Then you play this chord, D, G, B. Okay? And then jump up and play F sharp, A, D. So again. And then you do the same thing, only the last chord changes. You will leave away this upper D. You will just play F sharp and A. Okay? And then you will play E, D, C, B. This row downwards. So again. Okay, and let's combine that with the left hand right away. That's pretty simple. Just one note for every chord. Everything seems so simple once it is explained, but playing it and learning it, that's difficult. It took me a while too to remember all of that. Okay, and now your right hand is gonna play this. Okay, so you start the same way again. Play E and A. But now, before going to the next chord, you will hit this B in between. Okay, one note above this upper note. Then go to the second chord, just like you learned before. And now, you'll play this D before playing the next chord. Okay? You always play the note one step above this upper note. Then, for the third chord, just instead of playing those three notes, you would just play those upper ones, those two. And this note again in between. Okay? And for the fourth chord, you will play F sharp, A, D again. And right after you've played that, you will play D, C, B. Okay? So like this. Then you do the same thing again. Now you will add this lower D again and also play the C afterwards. And this time the fourth chord is going to be complete. Those four notes. And then you play this row again. Okay? So again, from the beginning. Okay, and we combine it again with the left hand. Pretty simple. And towards the end, try to get a little louder because now the chorus starts again, just like before, this one octave higher thing. Twice again. That's right, that's how this song ends. Okay? So you play this row, we all know, with the final chord. And you even get louder towards the end. At least that's what the sheet music said. And then it just abruptly ends. I myself, I really like this ending, but you can of course also do a soft, lovely ending. Whatever you prefer. Okay, that was it. I'll just play this ending one more time. And by the way you do that, if you have a real piano with a pedal or a keyboard with a pedal, anyways, if you have a pedal, you just release it right after this last note. Okay? Try not to release it too early, otherwise it'll sound like this. Or too long. Or leave it for too long. I don't know, maybe you prefer that. And it's just a mysterious ending into nowhere. And it is done. Good job. You finished the song. Now, not many people do that, so be proud of yourself that you made it through that thing. I mean, I started a couple of years ago with that song and I just gave up because it was too difficult. So if you've liked this video, write me some feedback, or if you didn't like the video, write me some feedback as well and tell me what you did not like about the video. If you really like my video, go and support me maybe so I can make more of them for you. The next one is gonna be In un'altra vita, that's right, and that one's gonna come out in a week or so. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.